What's up, guys? I want to give you a breakdown of all these energy drinks and go over pros and cons, what I like about them, what I dislike about them, and help you know which energy drink you should get. So I have them in order from highest caffeine to lowest. 300 milligrams, this is 200, 180. These ones are like in like the 150-ish range, low hundreds range, and then this one is 80. Now, I will address this one should probably be somewhere in the middle because this is the small can, the mini version. If it was the tall can, it would fit somewhere in the middle. But just want to give you an idea of like what's high caffeine, what's low caffeine, and I will also address that just because this one's 300, like yes, that in my opinion that is a lot of caffeine. I prefer to not drink anything of that high of caffeine content. But everybody is different. Some people will drink that much caffeine and like not have any issues. Some people will drink, this and not feel any effect at all. So how caffeine affects you is going to be totally relative to how big you are, how much caffeine you consume, and a lot of other factors. Now, some of the things I want to address is all of these brands have a ton of different flavors. I will just do a taste test here at the end for you guys to let you know of my favorite tastes. But like this grape, Monster might have a grape that is better than this one. So it's kind of just a generic taste test. And now, with that being said, I have tried about every possible energy drink possible. So I'm not just using the ones on the table to base my preference off of. I'm using, my 6 years of energy drink history to give you guys as much value as I possibly can. Now, another thing I want to address, these cans right here and these cans right here are sugar-free or maybe like have a gram of sugar. I'm pretty sure they're all sugar-free drinks. I mean, none of them have over 20 calories. Yeah, no sugar, no sugar, no sugar. But these two right here, 230 calories, 210 calories, which, 230 calories, you might be like, that's not that much. Every single calorie is from sugar. So the macro split, you have carbs, carbohydrates, protein, and fats. A carbohydrate is 4 calories. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat is 8 calories. Every single calorie in these cans is from a carb. And not only is it from a carb, but it's majority sugar. So 57 carbs, 55 grams of sugar. That is so much. 55 carbs, 52 grams of sugar. So a ton of sugar here, but everyone has a preference. Just because it has a lot of sugar doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. If you're doing a long excessive workout, like you need those carbs in order to perform, especially if you're doing something like heavy lifting or sprints, you need those quick carbs for that quick energy. If you're doing those, the difference between anaerobic, aerobic exercises, that's something I'd recommend looking into if you're not familiar with that. Now, with all of that being said, I want to go over now the taste and my opinion of what I would get if it were me. Now, I just tried every single one, and I could get on here and try them again. I'm not trying to take too much caffeine in at once, but I do really like the taste of these two. They're so good. In fact, that tastes really good. But for me, a sweet spot for me is around the 150, 200, maybe low 100 range for caffeine. So it's funny that these are some of my favorite tasting. I prefer this range for caffeine content. Now, with that being said, if I had to pick 2 drinks from this entire list in terms of taste, obviously we've gone over the caffeine, the content, everything. I would probably pick Monster. So, there's 2 here, and Prime. That's just my personal opinion. I think I just love all Monsters. They have a ton of different flavors, and I don't think I'm yet to try a Monster flavor that I don't like. That's so good. Literally tastes like just a melted popsicle. So that's my opinion. That's what I would recommend all of these drinks were in a fridge and I had to pick one, it was before a workout, that's what I'd go for. Now, if I was doing a long like workout where I needed a lot of, carbs, I'd probably go with this one. But again, like Monster has the different drinks that do have sugar in them. That is also great. But if you like grape soda, I like this one. And then I'd also address Red Bull. I think Red Bull tastes great. It's the most unique one compared to all of them. It's kind of like the taste of Coca-Cola. There's nothing that can compare. Like if you're like, what does Coca-Cola taste like? Like you can't compare Coca-Cola really to anything. It's so unique and different and so unlike other drinks. I think Red Bull sticks out the most from these. And so I do really like Red Bull. They do have a lot of really fun and good tasting flavors, and they do have options of no sugar and yes sugar. And so I'm a big fan of Red Bull. So top 3 options here. I'll rank them. I'd probably go 1, 2, 3. Those would be my complete options of all of these. So hope it helps you with your purchasing decision.